Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Season 7, Episode 24 of Adventure Time. Last we saw, we got crossover, and a lot was thrown at us in 11 minutes. We learned more in that 11 minutes than I can remember learning as far as the overall plot and the lore and everything going on. I mean, like I said, I love the Marshmallow Kids. We did learn a lot about the Ice King, and Betty looks like she might be Magic Man, but there was a lot of filler episodes in there, at least I feel like. People get mad when I call them filler, but I'm enjoying them regardless. It could be the ultimate filler episode ever. I still enjoy it. I don't think there was a bad episode of Adventure Time yet. I could rewatch any episode, and yes, there are obviously some that are better than others. At some point, I'm going to do a best of episodes. I'm going to go back, rewatch them all. Maybe I'll do like a watch along and just not show you guys, because I could do that live if I do it right. It's all on HBO. Maybe I'll do a crazy marathon at some point towards the end when we're on the last season. I don't know. All I know is I need some recaps. I'd like to rewatch it more than once. I want to get a feel for everything. There are lots of things I'm not even sure. Like Prismo in the last episode said, these are all things that happen, but you don't remember because like you forget. But I'm like, is he saying that for us? Because a lot of that I do remember. Obviously, I remember when we fought the Lich and all that stuff happened, but I feel like there were scenes there that I don't remember seeing. And it could be like a joke towards us. Like, yeah, this happened, but you don't remember. But it's like towards us. I don't know. This show is so clever with its humor and everything. I don't know. I also said at the end of the last episode, it reminds me of Rick and Morty, how I don't even know whiches are Jake and Finn anymore, because there could be endless amounts. We saw the Lich's hand fall into a portal and it split at least 24 times. I have to assume there's several dozen universes, maybe thousands, maybe millions. I don't know how many Jakes and Finns there are, but there's enough where I don't know which one is which. And I'm assuming the show is going to follow our Jake and Finn, but shows have done that before where they're like, haha, we haven't been with our original Jake and Finn this whole time. I feel like Rick and Morty might be doing that sometimes, but we saved that Finn in that world at least, because at the end, Prismo made it where the crown never was for him, or at least at that point. I don't know what Prismo's powers are limited to, because I feel like Prismo could have just done that from the beginning. And obviously, yes, we would have lacked a very entertaining episode and learned a lot of things, but I feel like it makes me not believe it as much if Prismo could just change everything. Now, maybe there's a technicality or something that I'm not thinking of where Prismo's like, no, I couldn't do it till you got the Lich out of there or something. Because at that point, the Lich was taken care of. I mean, Jake in himself is super powerful. I don't know if the show pays attention to the power level of its characters, but we had a Jake Lich. So the Lich with Jake's powers, and Jake just made a shield. Jake just formed his body into a shield and concealed the Lich, while Finn had an entire conversation with King Finn, whatever you want to call him, Ice King Finn, the Ice King Finn. They had an entire conversation, and Jake was just holding the Lich at bay with Jake's powers. So we have a Jake. But I don't know, because this world, he obviously said, the Jake in this world sucks. When the Lich turned into Jake, he had Jake's powers. So I don't know. Maybe that's just the Lich's abilities, and I'm thinking he had Jake's powers. All I know is I'm jumping in because I want to see where this is going. We got 3 episodes left in Season 7. You guys want to be way ahead full on edited reactions of this and other shows I do? If you're seeing it on YouTube, we are done in full with the entire series. Seasons ahead on other shows, and hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. Check the link at the end. If not, Season 7. Episode 24, Adventure Time. The Hall of Egress. Guys, do we know that? I feel like I know Egress. I know that name maybe from something else.
Remember, it was right after you messed things all up with Flame Princess.
Dungeon Train, yes.
It wasn't.
Sure it was. Flambeau's brother's map says the weird cave should be like right over...
Okay, hold on. Let me get out my sidewalk chalk.
What? Can't use that stuff in here.
Oh god, Indiana Jones style blockage.
Not even Jake
That's
can
great.
smash through this mess.
You don't put traps in the foyer. Oh my god, upside down snowman.
Hall of Egress.
The fact that it's a snowman is making me think it's something to do with Ice King.
What's egress mean?
Exit.
The Hall of Exit? I feel like that's way worse. Oh shit.
Wait.
Oh!
Hey,
It's
I
like
just
restarting a level.
Ah.
He's just closing his eyes, or is he clearing his mind? If he has to think, he can't clear his
What
mind.
have we here? It must lead back out. Nope. Trap door?
It's spikes.
Spike trap.
Open your
Better
eyes.
head back and regroup.
Open your eyes. Boom. That's what I was going to say. And you can make a map. Leave the map. Spikes. Beautiful. I love it. It's like a video game. I love it.
E.
Egress. I want to be
And
running.
here's another one. Ow!
Did he die or did he open his eyes? I guess you'd open your
Remap I
eyes
make
when
is
you hit it,
wrong.
though.
It's almost like the maze is trying to tell me something. Who needs you anyway with your stupid signs and messages?
Maybe you got to
I'm
stack
Tim Mertens, you
the
heard?
snowman
I
the
don't
right
need
way.
No nothing. Ba 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 ba.
Ben? Where are you, buddy?
Oh shit, he made it.
Jake!
Oh,
Dang it. Everything I did to try to make sense of the maze or to play it safe totally backfired. I was able to get to the end and find you.
And then the whole thing disappeared.
Maybe I'll be better in the morning.
Okay, well.
maybe it's the
Good night,
past.
buddy.
Are you gonna open your eyes now?
Maybe.
Then do it.
On three.
One,
two, three.
So, been almost a month now. What do you think? You want to try opening them?
If I open them now, it'll just be the same.
We got to talk to more
Gotta wait till
people. We
something's
got to get
different.
others involved in this. Like Princess
Yeah,
Bubblegum should know all
makes
about
sense,
this.
I guess. I got you a little something. A little present. Gotcha!
No! Yeah, you've done it like 30 times now. Yeah! 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 Yeah!
All this funky pizzazz that only
Guys,
you
if
can
he
see,
did it 30
that's like the
times
literal
and it was a
definition of
month.
hallucination.
Well,
Open up!
Guys, am I right? I'm wondering if he's in the past. Like, Jake was there, Beemo was there, so it can't be like... He has backup. What the fuck is going on? It's like he can see the path, but we're... I am terrified of everything in life. All right, guys. First things first. I'm going to start with this first. I don't know if I'm looking too deep into this, but he made a comment and they were sitting by the river or whatever you want to call it. And he said, yeah, it's been a month. And then Jake jumped on his back and ripped his eyes open. And then he said, yeah, that's the 30th time you've done that. Then he went through like a dozen more times, unless they were showing us the times Jake spoke of, or Finn. But then Beemo did it a couple times, and then it kept going and going and going. And then he went off on his own, and then he walks to the point where he finds Egress in the desert. It wasn't where it was on the top of the mountain or a part of the mountain like it was originally. Something was different. Beemo's voice even did a voiceover and it was like, something is different. If it was going on like they said, unless something was wrong in the wording, that is 30 times and he did it for a month, 12 months in a year. That means this is going on for 3 or 4 years. Am I crazy? That sounds to me like this is possibly going on for 3 or 4 years. How did they not get Princess Bubblegum involved? Everyone should have been made aware and they should have been having like teams of people working on this and trying to figure out what exactly was going on. Now, I guess the show wanted to go a different angle with it. We have him go to the extent of not being able to open his eyes ever. He leaves Jake and Beemo. He basically says, I can't be around. This isn't working. You guys don't believe me. You keep pulling shenanigans and I got to see how far this goes. Like, I got to know what the reason for all this is. Meanwhile, he is just trapped in this temple of Egress or whatever, which Egress means exit. They established that early on. But what's with the temple? Was the temple unsolvable? Was it that he had to go through these trials, go years of being blind, basically, having no sight, living amongst his friends who don't really believe him and think he's insane? They keep opening his eyes. If they believed he was telling the truth, they wouldn't open his eyes on him. They think he's crazy, and it's, I mean, warranted considering half of the things that go on and the things these characters do. I don't blame them, so to speak, because after it happens, they immediately forget everything. So it isn't like, guys, after the 30th time, you should learn that I'm telling the truth. They have no knowledge of any of it. Only Finn does. So Finn remembers everything. They remember nothing. And people like Beemo and Jake are going to think you're insane and think they're right. And after a month, they crack and they open your eyes. But that's crazy to me. I mean, that might mean nothing, but I feel like that's part of the episode, the deepness of what just happened to Finn. Finn went through years of experiences in an 11-minute episode. And then at the end, which is the weirdest part, Egress doesn't exist in that world where Finn climbs. This is, all right, I'm totally baffled because Finn climbs through the mountain And now he goes, Jake, take me back to the beginning of the temple. The temple doesn't exist. So they go through all this shit where he's years of trials and tribulations with Jake and Bimo, and they don't believe him. Now he finds the temple by complete accident, just stumbles across it, and it's in the desert. And now in the desert, he goes through, and now it's like he's enlightened and it's not dark and he can see the path clearly, and he goes to the top, and now he's back with Jake and he couldn't be happier until I see if the temple entrance is in that mountain. Is he in another world, or is Egress, aka exit, which is what they said it stands for, is that bringing us to different places, different alternate universes? Is it like a portal that Finn can travel through? I don't think so, because we didn't see other Jakes and Finns. We just see that Jake forgets everything and there is no other Finn here. I don't know. I feel like there might be something deeper to it. What is the point? Was that just so he can go on this enlightened journey and appreciate his friends or something like that? And open his mind, because he really had to like see outside things, no pun intended, because he couldn't see. He was blind for years, in my mind. I'm jumping into the 2 last episodes. I don't know if it's a 2-part finale. I feel like Adventure Time usually ends with 2-part finales, if I'm not mistaken. So this might be one. I don't know, but we got 2 left. I've marathon 7. I'm going to do it. You guys want to be way ahead, full unedited reactions of this and other shows I do, Patreon link in front of me. If you're seeing it on YouTube, we are done in full with the entire series, seasons ahead on other shows, and hundreds of exclusives only on Patreon, link in front. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.